I told Sophie before we do this, because I've done like the same press you have, Carl, that we get asked a lot of the same questions over and over and over and over again 1,000 times. And I think we want to have a little more fun and ask you stuff that you've never been asked before. In the spirit of this being a sports podcast originally, you're a Pittsburgh guy, born and raised.
Yes,
Pirates, sir. Penguins, Steelers. Who am I forgetting?
Pirates, Penguins, Steelers. It's our big three. That's all we have.
Yeah, big three.
But I went to Syracuse University, so I do kind of low key cheer for the sports. I mean, basketball at Syracuse has been on a downhill the last. I mean, ever since we joined the ACC, when the Big East got kind of disbanded, Georgetown, UConn, Villanova, Syracuse, Pitt. It's never been the same for the basketball team.
Even old Big East football used to be sick. They had like West Virginia. Remember where they had like Steve Slayton? Like old Big East used to be so tight.
Yeah, Virginia, Miami, Virginia Tech, Miami. That's some pretty good like Thursday night ACC games.
What are your first memories as a Pittsburgh like sports fan? Is it the Steelers? Like what is your first memory that you can like recall?
First memory was 1990, 91, 92. The Penguins won back-to-back Stanley Cups. Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr lived in our little community. You would go to his house during Halloween, and he would in Pittsburgh. So the local players had like a candy bar, like it was like their local thing.
Wait, what was it though? Was it like a Snickers? Was it like a Twix?
It was a Jaromir Jagr peanut butter hockey puck, like circular.
Oh. That sounds kind of good, actually.
It was honestly legit, and he would hand them out from his own home because he lived in the community. So people would trick or treat at his house, and he'd hand out his own candy bar to the kids.
Wait, guys, is that cocky as shit, or is that like legit?
Well, he's Czech, and he's got a personality, so he kind of got away with being like an ego, like alpha. But yeah, my first memory really of that was 90, 91 Penguins back to back. However, I do want to flag, I was born in Chicago, Illinois, and we lived there when I was very young. My first game ever was a Chicago Cubs game at Wrigley. And
pretty solid.
It was a day game because when I went to the Wrigley Field, they did not have lights for night games. It was only daytime games at Wrigley up until like the late 90s.
Do you know that there was also an ordinance in Chicago that said that you can't make loud noise after whatever PM it was, like 7 or 8 PM. So that's why the Cubs, if you watch them on TV, they're always playing there during the day, because at Wrigley they've been playing day games for so long due to like not having lights and like these weird Chicago ordinances that they like never got rid of.
Well, like Wrigley's like literally in a neighborhood. It's like you're walking. It's like north of Chicago, but it's almost like it feels like you're in someone's backyard, and then all of a sudden here's a baseball stadium.
But guys, don't you kind of prefer like a great like 75, 80 degree day with a slight breeze rather than a night game? Like think about it.
Baseball?
Yeah.
Baseball day game is pretty epic. I would say a playoff night game.
It's pretty cool too.
Where it's at. Like an October night game, playoffs.
You're kind of bundled up a little bit. Oh,
yeah.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Carl, what took you to Syracuse? Like, I know Syracuse is a good journalism school, and I know basketball was good.
Right behind me, I've got my
there it is.
My credentials. My guidance counselor, sophomore year of high school. I did like the morning announcements. I love holding microphones. I did the sports stuff. Even though I played, I love like ESPN and Sports Center. I mean, kind of like you guys too. I wanted to go to journalism school. It was originally my idea. And my guidance counselor wrote down like 4 different schools. She's like Syracuse, NYU, USC, and
University of Missouri, probably, for being honest.
I think actually Missouri.
It is. It's the number one journalism school in the country.
So there was a few schools, and my uncle had actually had some friends that gone to Syracuse, and something about the basketball team, the big sports, the big school. I was really excited about trying to go there. So I put all my eggs into the Syracuse basket from like junior year. That's why I knew I wanted to go there because of the school, the education program. But that's how I got to Syracuse. I was a really good volleyball player.
You played volleyball?
Yeah, I was first team all Pennsylvania my senior year. I was probably the best setter I don't want to say the country, but I was probably the top 5 player in the country my senior year.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah,
You play volleyball?
Yeah. I'm
Guys,
6'5", Sophie.
Volleyball build, Soph.
Dude, I know, but like, I feel like being in the Midwest, I think when we were growing up, volleyball, all the tall guys, they went to basketball. But there's so many basketball players that I was like, dude, you'd be a badass volleyball player. And the fact that you played, did you ever play sand?
Oh, absolutely. We had a sand court in our town, even though we live in Pittsburgh. We had like this cool sand court in the summer. We all would play pickup.
Dude, yeah, I had no idea. That like makes me just love you even more. What the heck? That is so fun.
This is how it came to be. I loved baseball. My brother was an amazing baseball player. He, was world-class baseball player. People knew he was a great athlete. So I always wanted to be like my brother.
Yeah.
And when I got to high school, I was on the freshman baseball team. I wasn't great, but I just wanted to play. And then sophomore year, I tried out for the varsity baseball team. Got cut. I didn't even make the JV team. So I went home crying essentially when I got cut. What am I going to do now with all this free time? And one of my friends said to me, shout out to Ryan Murray. He was like, bro, if you want to dunk a basketball, try out for the volleyball team. And it was kind of like all these basketball players that weren't playing a spring sport went over to the basketball team. And volleyball team. My sophomore year, we had two of our best basketball players on the varsity volleyball team. But I just caught the bug, and it was incredibly technical, very competitive. I loved the athleticism of the jumping and the blocking.
Dude, wait, the jumping that men volleyball players out of this damn world. Like, I don't think people give them enough credit. Dude, you think of basketball players just dunking, but I'm like, no, you need to watch volleyball players jump. It is insane.
They were crazy. So I caught the bug my sophomore year of high school with volleyball. I wasn't great my sophomore year, but by junior year, I actually started playing, there's a junior Olympics kind of community. I started playing volleyball at junior Olympics. And my junior year, I was really, really good. But then by senior year, I was definitely one of the best players in the state.
Let's go, Radke.
Wow.
But
how did you know you wanted to be a setter?
Well, it's funny because with setting, the right side, the setter actually is the right side blocker, and the left side hitter is the strong hitter.
Yes.
So technically, you want probably your smartest player and your best blocker to be on your right side. I was a good blocker, but I was super smart.
Yeah.
So I played also, we did a 6-2. So I would set back row and then hit front row.
Smart.
So I had a good arm and a good swing. But yeah, I was going to say though, when I graduated from Syracuse, I was recruited by, Penn State, St. Francis, Ohio State, Ball State. I actually went to Ball State to look. Good old Indiana. But I wanted a large university experience, and I wasn't going to get much scholarship money from those schools.
Yeah.
And I don't think my dad said this, but I heard this from someone. They said, Carl, if you tear your ACL day one of being at Ball State or Ohio State, do you still want to go there?
Yeah.
And the answer is no.
Damn.
I wanted to go where the education was the best and the program for furthering my career after college made the most sense.
Yeah.
But I got to Syracuse and I did play on the club men's volleyball team. And my freshman year, I was an All-American as an actual outside hitter, not a setter.
Right side or left?
I was a left side outside.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been so humble about that because I knew you played volleyball, but you have never dropped the accolades until just now.
No, I was legit, very legit.
Dude,
we got to find the tape.
But Sophie, you'll get a kick out of this. So this is sophomore year at Syracuse. There was a gym on campus where all the football players would come and play pickup. The lacrosse team played pickup. I was just the regular guys, but we had a good crew of basketball players.
Sorry.
And I was playing pickup. I could dunk. I was balling. I was a good player.
Yep.
One of the assistant coaches from the men's basketball team was there watching.
Yes.
He pulled me aside. And he said, hey, you want to try out? I said, absolutely. So I went over to the tryout a week or two later. And Jim Boeheim was there. The whole deal.
Yeah.
I didn't make the team. I got an email about a week later. Hey, Carl, I'm the head coach of the women's basketball team.
Oh, I already know where this is going.
Oh, practice player?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
Coach Quentin Richardson was like, yo, we're doing this whole men's practice squad, kind of like what UConn was doing.
Yeah.
We wanted our best.
A lot of schools do that, I think.
Well, everyone does it now, but I don't know. Back in the day, it might have been a newer thing. I don't know.
I think it was newer. I was one of the first ones at Syracuse to kind of do this.
Yeah.
But I went into the meeting and it was you get a Gatorade with your name on it. You get a pair of shoes, all the kits, show up to this thing. And my favorite story, I'll tell you, my favorite story was Carrie Lambier. I haven't talked to her in a long time. Carrie Lambier, Bill Lambier's daughter. She was one time the time.
She's fucking big.
She was a beast, and she was good, and obviously had the NBA pedigree.
Yeah.
But I remember one of the assistant coaches going to me. He's like, "Carl, go as hard as you fucking can. Do whatever you like." And I could still like dunk and shit. So like, but the women's ball was a little bit smaller, and I was adjusting to like using that a little bit.
Yeah.
But I remember going fucking toe to toe in the paint. And she would kick my fucking ass.
Dude.
Really?
Well, they weren't allowed. We had a rule that you guys weren't allowed to dunk. You guys could do anything, but you weren't allowed to dunk. And like, it's so funny though, because did it take you a second to learn how to like play against the girls?
Absolutely. I mean, I was excited about the opportunity because I knew how fundamental and skilled.
Yeah.
But what I didn't clock was the toughness and like the physicality of the women. I just assumed it would be a little less physical. It was actually more physical than I ever realized.
Everyone says that. Because
I heard that too.
You just have to be, because when guys are so much more athletic. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's a lot of athletic females, but guys are just built different. And so I feel like have to be more physical. And so when our practice players come in, they're like shit, we got the fucking shit beat out of us today. And we're like, yeah, we have to, like, to keep up with you guys. Like, there's no way that you can't. So I just think it's funny too, though, because our practice players is like the first ones, like, you know, you're playing. So sometimes you're going to like hit someone in the boob, or we're going to hit you guys like in the nuts or anything.
Oh yeah. If you're posting some guy up down low and he's just,
I was also like trying to like get some like leverage, and I'm like putting my head in her tits. Like,
I love it.
But I will say that the no dunking policy is a real thing, because we had I got frustrated at one point. I was like kind of backing down.
Yeah.
And I did like a pump fake and like drop step, and I can like do like a quick step and dunk. Yeah. And I did it, and the coach goes, "Don't ever fucking do that shit again."
Carl just went like, "Fuck you, females."
Wait, is that just because it's not a part of, like, I don't want to, like, it's just not a part of the women's game, so they just like leave it out?
Like, it has to be realistic. There's not anyone doing what Carl can do, especially if you played fucking men's volleyball. There's just no way.
And then I remember, this is a crazy memory, but there was a guard from Rutgers at the time who was one of the best players in college basketball, Cappie Pondexter.
Oh my gosh, yes. What?
She was sick. And so I would wear this like different colored jersey.
Yeah.
And I'd be Cappie for a practice.
Yeah.
Basically, I just ran around like a maniac. Like, screens were being set. I just ran all over the place. And there was one particular person that had to guard Cappie.
Yeah. Yep.
But I would play kind of that.
Dude, Cappie's like one of the best players that ever crossed the WNBA. Like, that is insane, Carl, that you know these people. This is just like blowing my damn mind.
No, I remember her vividly, because she was, like, we had to kind of prepare for that game. But I always would tell my friends, they were like, "How was practice?" And
Carl's saying "we." You hear that? He's saying "we." What a team!
Well, but I
love what they're doing there.
No, but I will say, I think that like our practice players are men who are like in female sports, and like you're in it, like you're playing, or like you're a manager or whatever. Like, you have a better appreciation for how hard we work, and like the athleticism that we have. It's different than the men, but there's still an appreciation for it. And like the fact that you're still a fan of it, I think it's because you were in it. Like, I just love that. I love it.
More than like the competitiveness was incredible. The fundamentals I actually believe the fundamentals were better than the men.
Yeah.
You know, bounce passing and setting screens, some of the defending. It was like the women, I felt like, were like, they did it better than us, and we got away with it.
We have to. Like, we have to pay attention to the small details, because you guys are just too athletic that you'd pick us apart if you don't have the right angle, if you don't have the right, I don't know, defensive scheme. Like, you get
ultimately that's the whole purpose of having the men's squad, is to just kind of like really hone in to make everything a little bit different.
I'll have to send you guys the screenshot. It's called the Daily Orange, which is our student newspaper, and it was like men's team cast-offs practicing with the women or something.
I love it.
So
Carl,
I have a lot of.
You know that the WNBA still has practice squads, so you need to get on the practice squad of the Liberty.
Hey, if you need an extra, well, it's funny. I live in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and the Liberty are building their brand new practice facility right outside where I live.
Dude, what if I got...
it's written in the stars, Carl.
I was gonna say, what if I got
already going to track
traded?
this spot.
What if I got traded up there and then actually me and Carl become like fucking best friends?
I thought you were going to say like we get married or something.
Oh, I mean that too. And then we have
both
kids.
could work. Both could work.
I love it. I love it.